Hello everyone. This is a recording of a summary for Lily Season 2, Chapter 350. So earlier on in Chapter 349, we saw that Yiling and Rosie are on their vacation. The couple is on their way to the place that they'll be staying at during their vacation, and I will see them ending up in at the very traditional looking inn. When they checked into the inn, they met the owners of the inn while the owners were behaving intimately. So the owners happened to be a lesbian couple as well. I'll define these two ladies as the lady in brown and lady in blue. Rosie and Yiling felt awkward, and Rosie and Yiling finally checks into their room for a rest. So the chapter ends with Rosie pulling Yiling onto the bed and asks Yiling whether they should be doing something else before going out. Page 1. Knock, knock, knock. Someone knocks on their room door while Yiling and Rosie are still on the bed. Shortly after, the room door opens and we see the two owners at the door. The lady in blue is holding a tray with 2 bowls of dessert, while the lady in brown stands beside her. Lady in blue says, "Here are the desserts." Page 2. So we find out that Rosie is the one who opened the door for the two ladies. She is a bit embarrassed and she tells the lady in blue, "We didn't order those." The lady in blue speaks with an expressionless face. "This is on us. Every morning we will send desserts to each of the rooms." Rosie says thank you and takes the tray from the lady in blue. The lady in blue happened to notice Yiling is in her bathrobe while talking to Rosie. Someone in the background says, probably just lady in blue says this, "Are you going to rest already?" Page 3. Yiling replies, "We are going to take a short break before going nearby for sightseeing again." Lady in blue responds, "Okay." The lady in brown, who is smoking with a Kiseru smoking pipe, suddenly asks, "Young lady, are you in the community too?" The question brought the interaction to a standstill. There is silence at the door for a moment until Rosie replies, "What do you mean?" The two owners remain silent. The lady in brown seems to be pondering again as she continues to smoke. Before leaving, the lady in blue smiles and tells Rosie, "If you need anything, just let us know." As the two owners leave, the lady in brown said, "Just leave the bowls on the shelves near the room door. We'll come back and collect them later." Rosie acknowledges with thanks. Page 5. Rosie closes the door and Yiling asks her immediately, "What was the owner referring to as in the community just now?" Rosie, who is kind of clueless, says, "I have no idea too." Rosie rethinks about the conversation and said, "Maybe she's talking about that." Yiling responded immediately, "What is it about?" The conversation continues as Rosie hands Yiling the bowl of dessert. Rosie says she's probably asking about whether we are a couple. Yeah, so I'm gonna insert some comments here. I think Rosie is not familiar with the gay lingo. Yeah, she's probably inexperienced in the gay community as well. Yeah, I suppose Yiling is about the same. Okay, on page 6, their conversation continues as they walk towards the sitting area with their dessert. Yiling says, "That's right, there must be a couple, isn't it?" Rosie replies her to say, "That's very obvious. We saw them when we came in and I was going to tell you about it just now." Yiling says, "Wow, that's nice to hear. I wonder how long they have been together." Rosie replies, she says, "They seem to be in their 30s. So following, Yiling says they must have gained recognition of the family already. So Yiling appears to be envious of the older couple. So page 7, Yiling sits down at the sitting area at the balcony and she continues. The two of them, them managing their own inn, feels romantic. Rosie places the tray on the desk and sits down facing Yiling. She probably realizes what Yiling is feeling, so she asked her, "Then what kind of store do you want to own in the future?" Yiling blushes, but remains silent for a moment. She's probably thinking about her feelings seriously. Page 8. Then Yiling continues. She says, "That doesn't mean I want to own a store. I just thought of it when I saw the two of them opening an inn together, and they can continue to do what they like during the free time. It's nice to be able to be always together, even when they are working." Rosie smiles and replies, "Why don't you say that you want to be with me together?" Rosie says, "Why don't you say that you want to be together with me forever?" So on page 9, we see Rosie and Yiling sitting down on the sitting area. Rosie places her hand on Yiling's hand and says, "It's only opening a store. I'll give you a life that will make others envious of you." Yiling blushes upon hearing Rosie's words, and she says, "Okay." Yep, this is the end of chapter 350.